Welcome back. Let's do some Rift. Okay, when you make a new character, there's three races you can choose from. I'm choosing the Mythosian. There are four races, or four classes, and I'm going to go for a cleric because I like to heal. There are a lot of character customization options here. What I normally do is I random until I see, sort of like the skeleton of what I like in a face, and then I, customize it. So, not seeing anything yet. That's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, let's go with this one because I don't want to take all day. I mentioned in a previous video, as I customize her a little bit, that I wanted to make a new character because I wasn't. It seemed like the server that I was on originally, I wasn't able to purchase gear for my level in the 20s, and I wasn't able to sell anything in the on the auction house, which was concerning to me. So before I got to level 50, I wanted to go ahead and make a change. And I apologize, this is taking a while, but I'm a girl and this takes a minute for me. I got to do something about those cheeks because they look kind of puffy. So yeah, I decided to make the change while I was in my 20s. If the game was more mature, and they might eventually come out with something. Now, see, back here, the cheeks don't look too bad, but up front, up close, those cheeks look kind of meh. So let's see if we can do something about that. Um, I would just pay for a realm transfer and or a shard. That's what they call them on Rift. They're shards, and I would just pay for. Oh well, sorry, the dark had my attention there for a second, but then I thought no. I would just pay for a realm transfer, but they don't have that yet. I don't know that they'll ever add that. So I figured that it would be just best for me to go ahead and do this now before I leveled to 50 and then had to start all over again. Okay, we're into the main area here at the beginning of the starting zone, and we just picked up our first quest. Lots going on here. The starting zone is, well, compared to, and I'm going to compare it to this because everybody does. They say it's a WoW clone. Compared to the starting zones in Cataclysm, it's not as exciting. But then it's hard to make a starting zone exciting. But it's quick. You get through it pretty quickly, which you'll see. I am playing a cleric, and in this build, I believe I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go with Shaman, Inquisitor, Purifier. Shaman gives me the ability to do melee efficiently. Inquisitor gives me some melee and, well, mostly ranged. It's mostly ranged, but some AoE options later in the tree. And Purifier gives me a heal and the shield, which will definitely come in handy. So I'm going to try that. And one of the nice things about Rift is that you're really not locked into a character. You have, for instance, in World of Warcraft, you are allowed 2 specs that you can switch between. But if you play something like a druid, which is what I play, you have the ability to do melee, you have ability to tank, and you have an ability to heal. but you can only have 2 specs. So that means one of those you have to kiss goodbye because you can't do 2. In this game, you're allowed 4. So in this particular, with a cleric, I can heal, I can tank, I can do ranged, and I can do melee. And I have 4 specs for that. And they are going to be adding a 5th very shortly. So you could do like PvP if you're like a hybrid. So I like that flexibility. You don't have to start all over again. Once you learn something, you know it. I think if World of Warcraft were to try this at this point in time, there would be some definite balancing issues. But I think one of the reasons why Rift at this point in time has been sort of able to get around it, not completely, I want to make that clear. They have had balancing issues where they've had to nerf things and whatnot. But when you start this from the ground up, then you can sort of look out for problems that might arise, whereas Blizzard would have to basically, that would be a nightmare trying to do that with the way that their current system is. So there's a lot more flexibility with this. Now, one thing you can't do is jump from being like a cleric to a mage. You can't do that. Oh, that would be the bomb diggity. But you can't do that. But you can, like I said, I'm Purifier, Shaman, Inquisitor. I could decide that I want to pick up Druid and get rid of Inquisitor. As you level, you will get access. You can do a quest and get all of the different options under your class. And then you can just switch them out at will once you learn how to do them. And the quest to do it is very easy, so that's nice. You can switch builds as long as you're not in combat. So that's nice as well. Now you'd think, saying all of this, that the game would be a complete cakewalk. Everybody's overpowered, yada yada yada. I'm not finding that yet, and keep in mind that I only, on my other character, I only got as high as like level 20 something, and then I'm here re-rolling. So I'll be able to tell more when I get in my 50s, but yeah, I am not seeing, just like with every other game, there's a flavor of the month, or of the moment, where there will be some classes that are preferred over others because of efficiency, and you definitely get that here. Sometimes, you know, they say that one of the cleric options is too overpowered, so they nerf it, and then all of a sudden mages get to be the bomb diggity for the while, and a lot of people do sort of hop, skip, jump on that, and because it's habit. And wow, you could not, there was no flexibility. And like I said, and even in here, you can't just go from a cleric to a mage, but you can, well, I don't want to say mimic a mage, because you really can't, because mage is straight damage, but there is a healing option, but you have to, it's a different kind of healing. You heal doing damage. It's pretty badass. I have to give Trion some credit on creating some individuality in their options for classes. But anyway, it's not, I don't see it being like uber overpowered. There, when you go in a dungeon, you can get mowed over even when you have people higher level than you. You can get, well, I haven't really saw that in a Rift yet, but I would imagine, well, no, that's not true. I have, and you've seen films where I am running in a Rift because I cannot do it solo.
Let compassion be.
This is the quest where you get your first soul, and you can see where it will tell you recommendations on what to get. Okay, first soul complete. Let's do
The
this.
vigil shows us the truth.
Yeah, so anyway, you have seen me run because I wasn't able to. Oh, here is the tree. This is what the soul tree looks like. And I picked my melee first so I can whoop some butt. There we go. You've seen me record where I couldn't do a rift on my own. So obviously I'm not overpowered. This is the character screen. And on the bottom, you can add things to buff your character, which is pretty nice. You get them via quests and mob kills and whatnot. Now, one of the differences that you'll see from WoW to here, and I keep mentioning WoW because people compare it to WoW and say it's a WoW clone, is when you are asked to kill stuff or retrieve stuff, most of the times the mob will drop what you're looking for. You don't have to grind it to do that, to solve a quest. So that's nice. Let's see here. Yay! I'm getting my bar here together. There's nothing worse than you go to fight and your stuff is not hotkeyed right. So this is Shaman. This is the first spell that you get, or the first ability that you get. Not bad. And compared to Dragon Age, it feels sort of epic-y, beating on things. I leveled. Can't miss that. Wait a minute, I don't like where I need to edit. One thing in this game, you can edit just about everything in the user for the UI. Move things around easily. You don't need a mod to do that. Okay, I am going to beat the crap out of this and pause this, and then I will pick up on the next one.